Shalom. Be back with another video. This is for entertainment and educational purposes. So we have the head of a megachurch pastor in prison for sex abuse is charged with child pornography. Nasan Joaquin Garcia leads the Mexico-based megachurch. La Luz del Mundo is the name of that megachurch, which has congregations in the United States and other countries and claims to have millions of followers. The imprisoned head of a Mexico-based megachurch who was serving more than 16 years in a California prison for sexually abusing young followers, who was charged with 2 federal crimes for allegedly producing child pornography. When Garcia was arrested, prosecutors said he had an iPad that contained 5 videos depicting the then teenage girl engaging in sexual activity. Garcia heads the megachurch La Luz del Mundo, the light of the world, which claims to have 5 million followers worldwide, including in the United States. Believers consider him to be the apostle of Jesus Christ, Yeshua HaMashiach. Founded by Garcia's grandfather in the 1920s. It is the largest evangelical church in Mexico. Prosecutors in California say Garcia used his spiritual sway to have sex with girls and young women who were told it would lead to their salvation or damnation if they refused. People who brag like this are false apostles. They are dishonest workers, since they disguise themselves as Christ's apostles. And no wonder, even Satan disguises himself as an angel of light. So it's not surprising if his servants also disguise themselves as servants who have God's approval. In the end, they will get what they deserve. 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 13 through 15. Garcia is currently serving a prison sentence at the California Institution for Men in Chino. Last year, he pleaded guilty to 2 state counts of forcible oral sex, including minors, and 1 count of a lewd act upon a child who was 15 at the time. Garcia was registered as a sex offender for life. In exchange for Garcia's plea deal, California prosecutors dropped 16 counts that included allegations of R-word, children, and women, as well as human trafficking to produce child pornography. Several of Garcia's accusers, each identified in court only as Jane Doe and who are now young adults, spoke at his trial and decreed the plea agreement as too lenient. They had added that they were not consulted on the deal that Garcia reached with the California Attorney's General Office. People and relatives in that church protested outside the La Luz del Mundo church in East Los Angeles, alleging that there is abuse still taking place to this day in that church, allegedly. Some protesters also claimed they or their family members were sexually abused. The abuse in the La Luz del Mundo church was the subject of a 2022 HBO documentary called Unveiled, Surviving La Luz del Mundo, as well as a 2023 Netflix documentary called The Darkness Within La Luz del Mundo. If convicted of the federal charges, Garcia could face 15 to 30 years in federal prison for producing child pornography and up to 10 years in prison for possessing them. A judge would decide whether he serves the time concurrently or in addition to his state sentence, according to the United States Attorney's Office. In an interview with Telemundo after Garcia's conviction in 2022, attorney Jonati Yedison said the accusers were planning to file civil lawsuits against other church officials, claiming they were also abused. Just recently, a page called Pred Catcher Spa, which is on Instagram. I also shared the video on a reel on my Instagram page. But that page, they caught an FBI federal government worker who allegedly went to meet with a 15-year-old on his work break. But whoever causes one of these little ones who believe in me to sin, it would be better for him if a milestone were hung around his neck and he would drown in the depth of the sea. Matthew chapter 18, verse 6. Never worship the Lord, your God, in the way they worship their gods, because everything they do for their gods is disgusting to the Lord. He hates it. They even burn their sons and daughters as sacrifices to their gods. Deuteronomy chapter 12, verse 31. Remember, this is not a wrestling match against a human opponent. We are wrestling with rulers, authorities, the powers who govern this world of darkness and spiritual forces that control evil in the heavenly places. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. Stay safe. Stay prayed up. Unplug from the matrix. Repent to Yeshua HaMashiach. Until the next video.